everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be opening up this box from Zavvi, which should contain 10 DC Comics graphic novels. Now, you may have seen a video of mine from, I think it was the end of last year, which was similar. That was also from Zavvi. That was 10 mystery DC Comics graphic novels, where you got 10 graphic novels, but you didn't know what they were going to be, other than the fact that they were from DC. Now this is the same sort of thing, but in this case you got to choose which 10 graphic novels you got from the list that was available. There was, I think, 100 or so, 100 plus that you got to choose from. Oh, and I've tried to pick a sort of variety of DC titles rather than, ooh, they're all Batman. So let's have a look and see what I've got. We don't want that. And there's a little card in there that's advertising some rubbish. We don't want that. So, ooh, off to a good start. Let's get that out of the way. So first one up we've got is Batman Elseworlds. Now, Elseworlds, you may know, these are alternative versions of DC characters or DC stories, which started with the Batman Gotham by Gaslight story, where Batman started out in the Victorian era and Jack the Ripper comes to Gotham. Now, this collection here is, I just calls it Volume 2. This is the Vampire collection. This is, I think the first one was called Red Rain, and then was it Crimson Mist and Blood Mist or something like that. Let's have a look on the back. It may actually say Batman and Dracula Red Rain, Batman Bloodstorm and Batman Crimson Mist. So we've got 3 Elseworlds stories in here, which are all to do with Batman becoming a vampire. So in the first one, Dracula comes to Gotham and Batman has to deal with Dracula, and in the process he ends up becoming a vampire. The second one, I believe, is the Joker teams up with all the remaining vampires and Batman has to deal with those. And the third story is the conclusion of the Batman Vampire trilogy, where we get to find out what happens to Batman in the end. So that was a good start, Batman Elseworlds, the Vampire trilogy. Looking forward to reading that. And next up we have got Batman Volume 10 Epilogue. Now this, I believe, oh, this is a hardback one as well. This, I believe, is the last volume of the new 52 run of Batman. So in this one, all I can remember is he's fighting a new villain called Mr. Bloom. That's our second one then, Batman Volume 10 Epilogue from the new 52 run. And next up, despite me saying I wanted to make sure I didn't pick 10 that were all Batman, we've got Batman Detective Comics. So this is Volume 7, this is Anarchy, and this again, I think this is from the new 52 run, and this saw the return of Batman villain Anarchy, and again this is a hardback edition. So next up that must be all the Batman ones I picked. We've got, oh, it's quite a thick one. We have got, it's a DC Vertigo title, and this is Animal Man volume, what is this? Oh, volume 4, Born to be Wild. So this was, now when was this? Late 80s, early 90s. This was Grant Morrison started off as the writer for the Animal Man series, and I believe this was the first volume after he left. I've read the Grant Morrison run. I don't remember what happens in this particular one though. And next up we've got a favourite of mine, although this does feature Batman. This is in fact Suicide Squad, the Nightshade Odyssey. Now this is the original Suicide, not the original Suicide Squad, but this is the original version of the Suicide Squad as we know them, as a bunch of supervillain prisoners that are forced to go out on missions. This is, I think, the second volume, Volume 2. Volume 1 is Trial by Fire. So this follows our Suicide Squad on from that. And if we have a look on the front. We can see a few characters we recognise. This is Rick Flag Jr. down here. And we've got Captain Boomerang, we've got Deadshot. That's Bronze Tiger there, second in command in the squad. I don't know why he wasn't in the film. And this character here in the green, this is actually the Enchantress. So if you've seen the film, you'll know she looks a little bit different in the film than she does here. So Suicide Squad, excellent, looking forward to that. We have got another hardback. This is a Flash one, and again I think this is the New 52 run, and this is volume 8 Zoom, and this obviously is dealing with Professor Zoom. This is a run with Professor Zoom as the main villain. You may know Professor Zoom if you've watched the Flash series on TV. Again, as I say, another hardback one. I think most of the older ones are paperback and the newer ones seem to be all hardbacks. And now we have got Green Arrow. This is volume 6, Last Action Hero, and this was the run written by Mike Grell. This is I think it was late 80s, early 90s, and this was the middle of his run. He did about 80 issues, something like that, and this is where he tried to make Green Arrow more sort of grounded, more realistic, got rid of all like the comedy arrows with the boxing gloves on the front and that kind of thing. And I think this is the section, this is the section where he's kind of wandered off around the world. So this is Green Arrow in different countries, getting up to different things. And this is, let's see, it says it is Green Arrow 39 to 50. So it's quite a chunk of issues there. So Green Arrow, excellent. And we've got another hardback, again from the New 52. This is Aquaman, Volume 3, Throne of Atlantis, which I believe was at least loosely the basis for the Aquaman movie. What does it say? It doesn't really say anything about the story, it's just talking about Jeff Johns, who was the writer. But yeah, I'm fairly sure this was the basis for the Aquaman movie, and I believe there is also a DC animated version of this as well. So Aquaman, Throne of Atlantis. And next up, got another hardback, and this is Robin, Son of Batman. This is Volume 2, Dawn of the Demons. And you can see on the front Robin with this, this is Goliath here, who is, I don't know what's he called, a giant man bat creature thing he flies around on. And oh, it says on the back, with his man bat companion Goliath in tow. The son of Batman has returned to Gotham City, reuniting with friends, foes and family alike. So this is volume 2, so this is still near the beginning of the run, and I think this is where Robin, he's been off, wandered around, he's come back to Gotham, and I think he teams up with his mother, Talia al Ghul, in this. That might be wrong, that might have been the previous volume. And must be one more left, is there? It looks like it. And we have got Green Lantern, Green Lantern Emerald Warriors. Now this is Green Lantern featuring not Hal Jordan, who is the Green Lantern we usually get to see, but this is Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. He's come to some deal with the leader of the Red Lanterns, Atrocicus, I think his name is. And the Red Lanterns, their rings are powered by rage. This is volume 1? I think this is volume 1. On a Lantern, Guy Gardner has never played by anyone's rules, but even for a Green Lantern whose name is synonymous with rebellion, this time he may have gone too far. Yeah, it says he's formed a secret alliance with former Guardian of the Universe turned Green Lantern Ganthet, as well as the Red Lantern leader who wishes to see every Green Lantern destroyed. And there we are, not a bit of artwork on the back. So that is Green Lantern Emerald Warriors, Volume 1. So those are my 10 DC Comics graphic novels for £20 from Zavvi. And there's about £200 worth there. So £200 worth for £20, definitely a good deal. Always worth going and having a look around Zavvi. In the meantime, however, hit the thumbs up below, hit the notification bell, and if you don't want to miss out on whatever I get up to next, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one.